I'm pouting.
T-Cone! Let's see you grit those teeth!
What's going on, guys? It's T-Cone.
40 Years Weeb here.
All right, guys, today we have something very special for you. We are going to be analyzing philosophically the greatest manga ever written, Into the Tentacle Cave.
Close. I think it's called Inside the Tentacle Cave.
Inside. Sorry.
By, let's give creators their proper due.
Art by ABI. Abi, I would assume. Abi?
I would assume.
Story by Umatane?
Art by Abi. Story by Umitane. Character designs by Fufukuro. So I assume, I read that this was a light novel first, and Fufukuro did the illustrations in the book.
Gotcha.
So this manga is created by Abi from that.
I see.
So anyway, we figured we decide to do like some small episodes that are a little more lighthearted, shall we say, and we go with a little more cultured background.
Yes, cultured.
Yeah, we're gonna take some dirty books and talk about them. Because why the fuck not? We can.
It'll be fun. And
So
you know
today-
what? Surprisingly, there was some, interestingly enough with this, like I found a lot of like dark psychology stuff I want to talk about.
I like this book. We randomly picked this book because the title makes me laugh really hard. I'm gonna get rid of it now.
No!
So that's the only reason I love it. I loved it immediately. As soon as I read it, I was like, I can't believe I love this book. Ugh. But I do.
I loved it too.
Let's get right into it.
It makes me feel bad that I loved it.
Let's get right into it. Let's summarize it. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, as always, spoilers. If you don't want to read it, if you don't want to
be spoiled.
I give up. I'm not speaking anymore. Your turn.
If you don't want to be spoiled, click off and go read it first.
Yeah. You'll click off, all right.
So, what did you want to talk about with it? Did anything pop out to you?
Well, for those brave souls who don't mind spoilers, we'll quickly summarize.
Yeah.
The Demon King is dead, and there really aren't like any demons left. And apparently, there's a single slime in a cave, who I guess is a demon technically, but he's a slime, so he's a weak demon, who has absorbed a man, and with that man, he got desire. So he basically kills dudes and takes women inside his tentacle cave.
And he bones them.
Yeah, obviously. So throughout contact, he absorbs their magic and stuff, and he's getting stronger throughout the story, which is something I want to talk about. So it's really all there is story-wise for the first volume.
Yes.
Slime gets stronger. The women totally get Stockholm syndrome and love him.
Yes.
They love that slime.
And have his children.
His little slime babies.
Very morbid, very disgusting. If you are not cultured like us, I do not recommend. However, if you are cultured, highly recommend.
Yeah, well, I'll get right off. Listen, I'm going to put it right on Front Street. I'm a weird dude. I like all this stupid shit. But usually when it comes to the Force stuff, not into it at all. I think the only reason I was able to accept it in this is because it was a slime. It was like Rimuru was getting busy. I just couldn't take it seriously, I guess. So it didn't affect me like other things have. Like Heavenly Delusion affected me way more than anything in this whole book,
Yeah, so for me, it was a little interesting to say the least. It was good writing for what it was, but not good writing, but
certainly not.
It was hentai, man. What else do you want from it, really?
Honestly, I like good writing.
Yes.
And I do see a place where this actually could be good.
Yes.
I really do see an end to this that could go somewhere very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's what they're doing, but we'll get to it. I'll tell you what I would like to see it happen. There's 3 volumes out by now.
Oh, okay.
I've only read the first one. We'll deal with it. We're gonna read them.
Okay.
We don't have to do more videos, but I'm gonna fucking read them.
No, I'm gonna
know
say
where
we're
this
gonna do
goes.
more videos because I need to feel justified for reading this.
I don't.
So, any points you want to add on to, or
What do you mean points? Or what
I
do you
guess
wanna-
like just stuff you want to talk about? Because I mean, I have some stuff I want to go into.
I would
but...
like to. I'm curious to hear what you, because I feel like for me it was pretty straight ahead. You know what I mean? Like a lot of it was what we thought it was gonna be when we first picked it.
Yeah.
So there's really not much to talk about.
Yes.
Except for some of the story stuff. So I want to kind of hear what you have to say first, and then I want to talk about it.
So some of the stuff I wanted to dive into was actually the second character. So the first
Satya?
character, what's her
Second
name?
character is Satya.
Satya.
First
the
one's Frederica.
Frederica. Okay, so first off, Frederica is the
mage.
first to go missing, gets captured by the slime and gets Stockholm syndrome, falls in love with him because he's so good. And then
I don't think it's because he's so good. I think it's because it literally doesn't ever stop.
that's yeah.
You know,
There
there's a point where they're definitely not thinking.
Yeah. Yes.
They're in that like
Well, that's what I
creepy-
wanted. I want to get
creepy
into.
state you see in like these hentai,
Yeah.
where like everyone's just like on that like sex high. Where,
Yeah,
like, it doesn't
yeah.
matter what's happening anymore.
So with the second girl, there's a point in the manga where the slime basically
Oh, I know where you're going with
cuts
this.
itself and makes her get busy with her love, essentially.
Well, it's
Her-
master. She's a slave.
She is a slave, but I think
She does
he
love her
treats
master for sure.
her right. So she's never seen that before, so she falls in love with him for that. So this is who she wants to be with, and she's so happy that the slime is essentially letting her live out her fantasy with her master. And
It's
then
forcing her. This is what you're about to say is it's like levels above. I've seen weird shit. This line, some weird shit.
yes. Yeah, and
I'm
then
glad you're saying it.
Yeah, he arrives in her, and the slime sucks it out. And now, because the slime can obviously absorb powers and stuff, he absorbs the ability to reproduce.
What did she say?
I don't remember. I mean, I was gonna get into. I don't know what you're thinking of, but I was gonna get into.
That's master's sperm.
Yes.
Don't suck it out.
But then later on, when they're back in the like dungeon, like the sex dungeon, essentially, she's basically just like, this is like what I want because I'm getting master's,
Ugh,
juice.
This is some crazy shit.
but I'm getting even better sex from the slime. So
'Cause it doesn't stop.
because it doesn't stop. So whether, we want to argue whether it's because it's good or because it doesn't stop.
I don't wanna argue
There's
that.
no point in arguing. But I wanted to talk about
Not a hill I want to die on for
so
sure.
what I wanted to talk about was the idea that like she so quickly gave into the idea of like pleasure with like an excuse. I don't know how I'm trying to word this, but like so basically it reminded me of like the idea of like especially for my generation, like the dopamine high, essentially. Like we avoid the real thing because we know we can get like the next best thing. I guess I'm trying to compare it to
Right.
porn.
Like the easy way out.
Yeah, like instead of, a lot of people like pursuing a mate, you just go on Pornhub and jack off, right? Like, so I guess there was like, I was reading it and, this goofy ass hentai manga, it really like struck me for a second where I was like, holy shit, like this is kind of like relatable to the sense of like, we will just so quickly give way to something that is not good for us, just because like it's there and it's easy and it feels good.
Humans are weak creatures. Yeah. Instant gratification is.
Yeah.
I'm so guilty of it, man. I've gotten
Yeah.
myself in so much trouble
Listen, me too.
for the same reasons,
Yeah. So I thought it was really interesting.
think you're right.
That was like a little heavy psychology philosophy point that I saw. As
so.
much as I could drag out of this book, guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because that's the first level, the first layer for them. Because the second, once they have their children, it seems like there's a whole
Yes.
other layer,
Yes.
that hasn't really been explained at all yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. So
should be interesting. So now you want to know where I want this to go?
Yes.
This slime is obviously gaining power, gaining intelligence. So he's the only one doing it. He's the only demon, right?
Yeah.
And he's created offspring. He's having demon children. Let's have this dude eventually get to a point where, like Rimuru, he's going to take a human form, become the new demon lord. Mm-hmm. Right? We're seeing the origin of a new demon lord.
Yes.
That's what I would like to see this go.
Yes. No, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What he's
I don't know
doing.
if it will. I mean, I think it looks like it's gonna lead that path. I mean,
and maybe he'll be such a hedonistic demon lord that instead of trying to like crush the world, he's basically just trying to make it
just
a big
make
orgy.
the biggest harem. Yeah, like that's what I'm expecting.
He's like, y'all want to fuck?
I mean, that's where I would hope and expect it to go. Whether it goes that way, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think like. I don't see the slime losing. Like I don't see like a hero rising.
Me neither, but
he
I
is
feel
the
like
main character.
My fear is it's not going to turn into anything, and he's just going to continue to fuck women in a cave.
Just next victim.
Yeah. And if that's the case, I don't think I'm going to read past 3 volumes.
Yeah. Well, so I will say, I think in the next 2 or 3 volumes, that's what we're gonna see is just new hot character.
I know, but I'm saying by 3 volumes though, there needs to be.
Then there needs to be
broader story.
Yes, that would make it worth it. I think.
Manga's not cheap.
Yeah, exactly. And that's I can agree. I think for us to be doing this, we at least need something.
Yeah, man.
You know. So
well, I suppose I can go read it on an app.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
the collector in us won't allow us.
No, that's not true. I'm reading.
That's gonna go in your shame box.
No, it's going on the shelf, man.
This guy has My Hero in the shame box, but this is going on the shelf apparently.
The shame box isn't a shame box, is in the traditional sense. It's just a box of shame. What am I gonna say? So anyway, you got anything else you want to say about this?
No, I mean that's the gist of it, really. So touch some good points, but
yeah, we'll have to consider. I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah,
I can't wait to figure out what our next title is going to be.
Yes.
So,
if you guys enjoyed, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about Into the Tentacle Cave.
Inside the Tentacle Cave.
Maybe give it a read and give us some comments and thoughts about what you think of it.
Give it a read.
Yeah, I mean, seeing as the people looking at this include my uncle, my mother, some of my coworkers. I'm so sorry.
Hey, there's weirder shit than this out there.
That is for sure. But I mean, hey, you can make something of anything, in a weird way to say, like I'm trying to do with this. It's like you can drag some stuff out of it,
I mean, I could drag some stuff out, all right, but you don't want to see it.
See you guys later.